Today, Bitcoin trades flat as the S&P 500 rises to another record. Ripple says it'll withdraw its cross-appeal against the SEC. And Johann Kerbrat, the general manager of Robinhood Crypto, sits down with us to discuss the trading platform's tokenized stock launch. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Tanea McKeel. Major cryptocurrencies are mixed to kick off the week as stocks close out the month with even more record highs amid increasing hopes of any deal between the U.S. and its trading partners. As of noon Eastern, Bitcoin was flat, holding above $107,000. Ether rose more than 1.5%, and XRP climbed 0.5%. As we end the month of June, Bitcoin on pace to end the month up more than 2.5% as of noon Eastern, while Ether set to close lower by the same amount. Meanwhile, Coinbase, the top performer in the S&P 500 for the month after it just joined the benchmark index at the end of May. The stock is on pace for its best month since November and third straight monthly gain. Okay, let's begin with an update to a case we've been following as we take a look at the top stories. Ripple Labs will withdraw its cross-appeal against the SEC in a prolonged legal battle tied to the sale of its XRP tokens. That's according to Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, who posted the update on X Friday evening, saying the SEC is expected to do the same. We reached out to the SEC, but the agency declined to comment beyond public filings on the matter. We told you Thursday that a federal judge rejected the joint motion between the two to endorse Ripple's reduced $50 million fine to settle the civil lawsuit over the alleged sale of unregistered securities. In this filing, federal judge for the U.S. Southern District of New York, Annalisa Torres, pushed back on the idea that both parties had the authority to reach this settlement. In 2023, Torres ruled that although Ripple-created XRP did not meet the legal definition of a security, XRP sales to institutional investors should have complied with securities laws. The firm and the SEC appealed, but agreed to settle if the judge set aside her injunction and approved lowering the $125 million fine she imposed on Ripple last year. Next, Wall Street strategist Tom Lee is joining a Bitcoin miner that aims to create the MicroStrategy of Ethereum. Effective today, Funstrat's Lee has been appointed chairman of the board of directors of Bitmine Immersion Technologies. The company also announced a $250 million private placement to implement a buying strategy around Ether, which it plans to make its primary treasury reserve asset while continuing with its core Bitcoin mining business. Lee's appointment comes amid a tidal wave of interest from TradFi around stablecoins, many of which run on the Ethereum network. As of noon, Bitmine soared a whopping 415%. Finally, a crypto fraud ring was busted in Spain after the operation allegedly laundered more than $500 million in profits stolen from more than 5,000 victims. That's according to European police body Europol, which said today that 5 members of the suspected crypto fraud operation were arrested and that the fraud ring used a worldwide network of accomplices. Europol said Spanish police led the operation and that law enforcement agencies from other countries, including the U.S., were also involved. Investigators believe the organization set up a corporate and banking network based in Hong Kong to allegedly receive, store, and transfer criminal funds through accounts in different names and in different exchanges. All right, for our main story, Robinhood shares popped more than 9% as of midday after the retail trading platform announced this morning that it's pushing deeper into crypto by launching tokenized stock trading for European users. The move would allow customers in the region to get exposure to the U.S. stock market. The company says stock tokens will initially be issued on Arbitrum, and then in the future, tokenized stocks will be facilitated by its own Robinhood Layer 2 blockchain based on Arbitrum. Crypto World's Mackenzie Segallo sat down with Johann Kerbrat, the general manager of Robinhood Crypto, to discuss this development and others tied to the company.
I want to start with what's happening in Europe, where you're going to be tokenizing U.S. equities and ETFs. Talk to me about that portion of news.
Yeah, we are really excited about this launch. It's the first big event in internationally and also for crypto at Robinhood. So it's a big first for us. And to your point, we just announced the launch of stock tokens. So basically, we are going to bring 200 stocks and ETF to all our customers, and they will be able to trade these assets and really get exposure to US stocks and ETF. At the beginning, there will be no commission at all, no added spread on our side, and it will be just a low FX fee of 10 basis points.
And you're also introducing perpetual futures in Europe, up to 3x leverage?
That's right. So that's a bit more for the advanced trader, the people that really want to trade futures. The real cool thing with perpetual is that you don't have to monitor the expiration dates. It keeps rolling out. And we really worked very hard to create an interface that is very easy to use and understand for our customers. They will have a profit and loss ladder that they will be able to really set with just one swipe their stop loss, and that I think will be really helpful for them to understand how to place their trade and also how to do it on the move, not necessarily on the desktop.
And help me contextualize this with other announcements that we've seen. For example, Kraken also tokenizing equities for international users. So how does this compare to some of the other services that are already live right now?
Well, I think, for now, what we are really excited is that we can launch it for everyone, and it's live. People can actually onboard and start using it. I think, some of the competitors are still working on it, but what we are also really excited about is that it's really the vision that Vlad Tenev, our CEO, had for crypto, how to rebuild basically Robinhood using blockchain rails and crypto rails. And I think thanks to that, we've done that in the EU, and we're able to actually see that this one app, we will have US stocks, US ETF, crypto, perpetual, all in one app. And I think, a lot of our customers are going to be really excited about it.
And for the layman who wants to better understand how you tokenize U.S. equities on chain, it's 24/5 settlement. Help me better explain this to somebody who's not familiar with this process.
Absolutely. So the idea behind it is really to think about what can blockchain help, and there's a lot of things where settlement, capital requirements, all these things are going to be very helpful using blockchain technology. At launch, we are doing it very simple. So if you already use, US stocks on Robinhood in the US and you use it on the EU app, you will think that there is almost no difference. And that's really what we wanted to focus on. We want to focus on making crypto easy to use and almost invisible to the end user. We want people to be able to use a product like the same way they're using their iPhone or Android phone every day. But in the back end, that's where we're actually using the technology, and that's where we're actually making a lot of the advancement compared to the traditional brokerage. And so customer can self-custody their token. They will be in the future also, you can see a world where they will be able to trade on DeFi, trade 24/7 using Bitstamp or exchange. So, a lot of things will be open in the future. But for the launch, we really want to focus on making sure that people can use the product safely.
And now I want to shift to the US, where you're going to be introducing crypto staking, which for a while the SEC was not cool with, and different exchanges facing certain lawsuits. But of course, we've seen rollbacks of a lot of those actions. So talk to me about staking in the US.
Yeah, that's something that is really exciting. So we had it in the EU for a while, and people and customers in the EU were really using it a lot. And so that's something that showed us that our customers don't just want to trade crypto, they also want to participate to the network. I think, they get really excited to think that they can help secure the network, help it work. And, when you stake, you basically help validate transaction on the blockchain. And on top of that, you're also getting rewards. And so we're really excited to start rolling it out in the US. And so, everyone that is eligible in every state will be able to start staking Solana and Ethereum.
And then you also have a credit card match program, and then more advanced tools that you're rolling out for traders, including tax lots, smart exchange routing. So walk me through some of these other product announcements.
Yeah, so we rolled out a lot of new products for advanced customers. The type of people that are trading a lot of crypto on a daily basis. We wanted to make Robinhood the platform that is the best for them, and not just more for novice traders. For advanced trader, we rolled out Robinhood Legend, which is this new web desktop interface. It's really well done for advanced charts and indicators, so people that want to create strategies and technical analysis can use it. And then we brought these charts onto the mobile. It's rolled out for equities and coming for crypto very soon. But on top of that, we also rolled out tax lots. So now people can actually sell their crypto using the tax lot that they prefer and optimize their tax strategy. And we are the only platform in the US to support this. So we're really excited about it. And the credit card, you mentioned it. So, from now on, people can decide how to redeem their crypto. It will be starting in the fall, and you will be able to select which crypto you want to redeem every time you use your Robinhood card. So we're also excited about this.
I mean, you and I were sitting down in Toronto just a month ago, and it seems like you've just checked a lot of boxes with this announcement in terms of what was in the production pipeline and where we are now. What's next on your roadmap? What can we expect to see by the end of the year?
I think for us, we really get excited about this idea of velocity. We want to make sure that we listen to our customer, we understand what they are looking for, and we work on basically building it. I think for us in H2 we have the integration of WonderFi. You know, we acquired the company, we announced acquisition of the company, and we are going to hope that it can close in H2. And then we also have a lot of work with Bitstamp that we just announced to close. You know, for us, we want to double down on this idea that institution is also here to stay for crypto. There is a lot of needs. We've seen it recently with a stablecoin bill passing. You know, we heard rumors that a lot of big companies are starting to use stablecoin. And Bitstamp already has an offering called Crypto as a Service that is already powering some big companies like Stripe and Revolut. And so we want to double down on that and actually expand the offering a lot.
Okay, that's all for Crypto World today. We'll be back again tomorrow, and we'll see you then.